just a brief explanation. This is beforehand. This is before I actually paint these letters. All right, so this old school truck is actually this color and white. It's like a 71 old school Chevy C10. Um, these letters was initially white beforehand, so I'm figuring a way to paint them back white. And what I come up with, since it's already painted now, as you can see on each of these letters, they are raised. Um, I'm gonna tape off this edge um, for the prep portion, but the white is gonna be down here, right? And the reason I'm doing it that way is because if I don't actually re-clear the whole tailgate, because I didn't do this paint job, as I actually re-clear this whole tailgate, then if I do re-clear it that way, I personally think that'll be better because then I can just fine line around these edges. I can just fine tune, and curve around the edges and spray the white in. But if I need to do it the other way, which huh, I don't necessarily want to do it that way, and actually it's also a chip that happened right here. So yeah, uh, I may end up redoing this tailgate. That's the only thing about projects that get left in the shop. Stuff get laid on it, when somebody not paying attention or whatnot. But yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna tape it off like this. Do the prep. I'm gonna prep the inner, this portion, and this portion. So that way, if I'm not doing the whole tailgate, then I can fine line right down here. I can fine line down here, right, along that edge. I can spray my white, then I can pull the fine line up, and I have some more fine line on the top of the edge. I said the top, y'all forgive me. The upper edge, and I can clear it, and then I pull that fine line up once it's just kind of just actually it could be more fresh than tacky because sometimes I learned that doing custom stuff like this, when you pull it up when it's kind of tacked up, then it's gonna string, you know. It kind of pulls strings on it. So what I'll do is I'll base the white, on this bottom line, which would be fine line as well. And then once I'm through basing and that base is dry, I pull it up, pull up the fine line tape, and then it'll be more fine line on the upper edge. Basically, what is yellow tape? I just have the yellow tape right here now for the prep part, and I clear it, and then once that clears, maybe a few minutes in, depending on the temp, I pull it up before it get too tacky, where it won't be stringy. I pull it up, and then it'll melt in, it'll flow out, it'll kind of flow and lay down. You know, sometimes we use that technique in the door jam and all that, but you have to kind of. It depends on what vehicle and all that, the shapes of the doors and all that. That's sometimes. I only use it when I can use it because you can't use that technique all the time, but sometimes you can. So that's what this video was for, to kind of illustrate the attempt on what's going to be done. And this is just the explanation at this point. So right now, that's all I have. And hopefully you guys stay tuned to actually see how it turns out. And I may change the route. But right now, that's the route I have in mind because I'm looking at the letters and I'm like, well, if I put the white all the way up to this top edge, that's going to be a problem because now you're going to have a buildup of base and clear. So if I wasn't re-clearing the actual tailgate, now if I was re-clearing the actual tailgate, well, no, I wouldn't recommend it because sometimes you may get the overs, like the areas that may be lifted just a little bit, and it'll be white on the part that you don't want the white on, which I would be trying to rub it off with some thinner or reducer. If I was clearing the whole tailgate, but if I was trying to take the route of not doing the tailgate, then I would have the white color up here, you know. So that means my timing have to be all the way 100 precise, but also since it'll be base and clear up here, it'll be a harder edge up here on the edge of the letters, you know. So that's what I don't want. So I'd rather it just be a little clear because at least if it's a little clear, once it cures, I can kind of, sand and smooth it out and kind of buff it. That way, it looks natural versus a hard line. Because once a hard line with the base and clear, is no way you're gonna make that work on something like this. But yeah, this video is literally just only for that. And hope you guys stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Uh, Plenty videos coming, but this particular one right here, um, I just wanted to do a quick layout. Oh, yeah, I just finished this big spreader. Let's see if I can get a better view. This big spreader. I did one side because it's too big. You can't. I didn't do both, of course. But yeah, I just finished that not too long ago. But yeah, it's a work in progress, man. So y'all keep staying tuned.